Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. An elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to Boise, Idaho, and Albertson Stadium, home of the Boise State Broncos. As we'll see a playoff team from last year, the Clemson Tigers, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Boise State Broncos. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Broncos will kick it off to get us underway. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. They'll leave it with the lone back. At the 35, he's loose. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. There's an idea that Clemson can only run the ball when they sort of trick you and get you in space, but they're showing a lot of versatility now.
Yeah, I think the word you were looking for was finesse. They've been a finesse offense, more about tempo and body blows than it is about, being physical up front. But if this unit does get that physicality and get that ground game and a good offensive line, I think that's when you see the best of the Clemson Tigers.
Excellent throw by the quarterback. Found the window between the zones and then delivered the ball on time.
Going to throw it over the top of the knee. And that one's incomplete. We're taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. Power football with the run. They'll give him a couple. That leaves him with 3rd and 8.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Under fire. Pulls it in. It's Gage. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged, but when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
Out of the gun, the inside give. Oh, he's got some space. Drills him with the stiff arm. And they get him out of bounds after an explosive run, just chewing up yardage along the way.
Every time he touches the ball, you can feel the excitement from this home crowd because Palmer, he can go the distance with that game-breaking speed.
You're right, David. He's a special talent. I'll tell you, these fans, they come here to see this guy play because he has game-breaking speed. Stuff you can't coach. You saw it on that one.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Makes the grab. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
Got his man quickly. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one.
This is the area of the field defensively. It really doesn't matter what they've done to get here. You got to bow up, try to force the field goal. Nice job on first down and goal, getting them tackled to the ground.
Looking for just one more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Sneaks it in.
And I tell you what, this offense, man, we got a small sample size. We only had one game where they were unbelievable last game, but another score early in this football game. This offense is looking like a force to be reckoned with.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Finding themselves down 7-0. They'd love to get a drive going here. Handoff to the lone back. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. To the air, it's Mallet. Got his man in the middle. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one.
When you play zone coverage and you got a wide receiver that's a beast, it becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
From the gun, the ground game. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They'll run play action. Starting to feel a little pressure. Going to try to get it himself. Still on his feet at the 45. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels.
He can throw it. He can buy time. He can run it. What can't he do? This guy's so talented. When he does stuff like this, there's no way to stop it. There's no way to coach a defense up against this. He's just really fast, and I can't catch him.
And good coverage by the defense, just a short game.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Back to pass. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. He put it out there for him, and the senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection.
And he was off target there, but I tell you what, I'll expect to see more of that. They do a really good job in this offense of getting the running back the football in the passing game. Just let him make plays, let him be a difference maker, ball getting to him in space. So I expect we'll see more of that throughout this game.
He stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11.
You just can't say enough about this quarterback and how important his legs are to their success for this season, for this game, and really for this drive. Earlier, when he called his own number, it was a big game. He does it again. He's got the knack for just understanding when to throw it, when to take off and run. You saw it right there.
And I know it wasn't successful there, but you can go back to last week. Like, they're going to throw this man the football. They find creative ways to get him the ball. Really good coaches get their playmakers the ball in space, and that's what I like about this offense. I bet they...
Touchdown, Tigers! The offense puts up 6 for that trip to the end zone. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. That's the end of the quarter, and Boise State has the lead. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. This quarterback part of their running game. Close to the end zone, and the ball's out. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
And this defense forces another fumble. And Johnny on the spot. He had one last week. He's got one this week. He just has a nose for finding the football.
Boise State ready to send out that offense. From the gun, the running back looking for room. You just can't go backwards. There he did, and they swarmed him for a safety.
Oh, and how about this defense? Understanding where they are in the field. They got a chance to put points on the board, and they did.
And the Clemson offense will take over 1st and 10.
And the Tigers have a chance to make that turnover pay off as they come to the line. The give out of the gun. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a 1st down.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back, understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the 1st down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive yards.
You'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time, 2nd and 6.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
Grab behind the line. It's Gage. Brought down at the 39 after a pickup of 10. It'll be a 1st down.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there getting that 1st.
Fires to the wideout. Picked off inside the 20, and they snuff out the threat. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
What a nice catch by the defensive back. Listen, a lot of times you see DBs get in position to make plays, but there's a reason they play DB and not wide receiver. Great job finishing the interception, catching the ball, making a big play.
Throws to the wideout. Got his man on the right. At the 40, there he goes. He'll be forced out of bounds. Big pickup on the play, and they'll mark him down at the 28.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving. You give them a 1st down.
Wow, the running back there showing you his skill set as he's able to rip off that one for a 1st down.
Down to the 16-yard line. It's 1st and 10. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Gets it out quickly. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. I think on that last completion, it was a good example of it.
As an offense, you're okay with that. You're going to run option plays, and sometimes you're going to bust it big, but sometimes you don't necessarily read it correctly, get some positive yards, and then we come back and we do it all over again with different reads against the different defense.
He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. He cannot get it in, a mere inches away from pay dirt. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. The defense trying to make a stand on 3rd and goal. The give. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild. And they'll send out the field goal unit. A really short kick, but you've got to have that angle just right. Never a doubt. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, it's gone final in a huge top 25 showdown. Here's how it went down. Texas pulled out the victory on a day they clearly did not have their best. And that's a testament to those players there in Austin. That winning gene, I really believe it's a thing. A collision between ranked teams always impacts the big picture, fellas, and it appears that's the case again today.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Looking to throw, it's Mallett. Catch in the middle, it's Godet.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
The Tigers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Grab near the sticks, it's Hart. He'll be forced out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 44-yard line, and this offense has it going.
After giving up a few extra yards after a hitch throw, I wonder if this defense is going to want to give this guy this much access moving forward. They might be thinking about more press coverage or playing some zone coverage where the corner's right up on him.
He put it out there for him, and this senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Steps away. He'll pull it down.
The number one key for this defense coming into this game was finding a way to stop this quarterback from running the football. And guys, they have not done a good job of that early in this game. He has been able to get out of the pocket, whether it's been designed runs or scrambles like on what we just saw. The defense has got to start changing it up. They need to spy him more, I think, moving forward.
He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. Caught behind the line. It's Godet. Crosses the 35. Out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play. Spotted at the 32.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Unloads to the wideout. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. The sudden change on the turnover, man, he was looking for running room. Couldn't find that, but they'll have it at the 22. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Starts the drive trying to go up top. Fires to the wideout. A strike downfield. They get him on the ground late in the half. They have the first down at the 41. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. Open the drive with a chunk play out past the 40, and they are in business on 1st down. To the air on 1st down. Quick strike complete. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. And the Broncos want to pick up the tempo. Looking downfield, and time is running short. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Looking for more room.
Boy, and that might be the break this defense needed right before the half. You're down. You need to make a play. They can't score any more points. This one could get out of hand. Now you have set your offense up right before the half to maybe close this gap.
So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Wants to throw. It's Mallett. He'll pull it down and run. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Catch in the middle. It's Hart. Inside the 30, down to the 29. Time is running short here in the first half. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. Looking to throw on 1st down. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Lets it fly deep downfield. Throw to the end zone, picked off. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. The kickoff team is on the field, and we're ready to get this one underway. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Boise State has it back, ready to go to work on offense.
Here we go.
They'll open the second half on the ground. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Going to swing it on 2nd down. Oh, it's picked off. Not the second half start they'd hoped for. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
Zone equals eyes. When I say that, DBs, linebackers, all covering the middle of the field. So many guys over the middle of the field trying to take away the easy stuff, but reading the quarterback's eyes the whole time. Whenever he breaks to throw that football and that hand separates from the ball, I'm breaking on it, and you could tell they had a beat on it. Nice cut, nice instincts. Give me that INT.
The Tigers will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers.
This coaching staff was trying to identify playmakers on offense early this year. How about the start of the season this guy has had? Scored in their first game. He scored early in this one. Defenses up to this point don't have any answers for this guy.
He makes the grab for the 2 and ties the game. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Bronco offense back out there ready to give it another spin. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, not a great run there, but I think what the coaching staff is trying to do is they're trying to help out their quarterback. He's thrown interceptions on each of his last 2 drives, and the best way to try to settle him down is to get the running game established. But I think the defense is aware of that right now, loading the box. Everybody up front is ready for the run.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
I'm not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block better. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
Complete to the left. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the 1st down. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I think the open one, obviously, the politically correct answer. But you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
This has been a tight one, 3rd quarter, all tied up. It's now 2nd and 10. They'll throw again after the incompletion. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through them. And guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
wants to throw again. Right on the money. He gets the job done on third down. They move the chains. It's at the 37.
First job for the QB a lot of times. Look at those safeties. Is it man or is it zone? Nice job. You could tell right away. He saw it was zone, understood where to go with the football, and that's why this offense had a positive game right away.
Gets it past the marker. Tackle is made at the 27. Let's give him 10 yards on the play, and it is enough for a first down.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create second and short, third and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
Looking downfield on first down. Out of the backfield, he's open. And the first guy couldn't get him, but the second one does, but not until he picks up the first down.
That's why you got to study your playbook. For all young quarterbacks out there watching, you're not always going to be able to throw it to the intended target. You got to know where your check down options are because you're going to get hit at some point. You've got to be able to get rid of it. Nice job understanding the playbook.
They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Broncos trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Second down, they'll go to the air. Snags it over the middle. And they bring him down quickly, but a good gain there.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the third down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
A field goal here would put them on top, but a touchdown's what you want in a game like this. On third down, he drops to throw. Touchdown, Boise State! And that one will put him up here in the second half.
And that's 3 touchdowns in 2 games. Just continuing to find the end zone, continuing to make plays. This guy is on pace for a great season. He's put the college football world on notice.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. NC State has the lead right now. This team can really open up the playbook at times, but I'm not sure this game is over just yet. They're up by just 2 over Kent State. This one has actually kind of exceeded expectations. Always a memorable chapter in the book of college football.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Snagged in the middle. It's Godet. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. And the Tigers in a good spot here with second and short. Rides the back and leaves it. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Yeah, you just feel like the running back's asking for redemption on that one. You know, second and short, and you're giving him the football. He can't get the first himself. Now it's third down. He's looking over on the sideline like, call it again, throw me the ball.
Turning it on! Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49.
And that's why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
He put it out there for him, and the senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection.
I love the decision by the quarterback. He found the open man, just don't love the throw. Got to be a little bit more accurate, make it easier on your target.
They're dealing with a second and long. Looking to pass. It's Warren. Dances away to buy time. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
I don't care how talented you are as a quarterback, but your accuracy always goes down when you get hit. Nice job by the QB scrambling, working to his right, but he wasn't completing that pass with that pressure.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. It's complete to the left. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned. Good field position here as they start this drive from their 43. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
Well, we're not quite in the 4th quarter yet. We're almost there, but you're seeing the attitude shift now for this offense. They've got the lead, so they've got to be able to run the football. You're going to see a lot more of that, I think, as this game keeps going on. They're trying to wear this defense down when the game is almost over.
We've reached the end of the period. Boise State has the lead. And we've reached the end of the 3rd, and time is running out if they're going to cut into this deficit. Let's take a look at our game stats before we move on. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Might as well stick with him. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Man, nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. But that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, run it up the middle, try different things to see what you do well.
Wants to throw on 3rd down. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
Man, a quarterback threw that ball hard, too. And I know sometimes when you're throwing an in-breaking route, you want to get it to your receiver quickly. But when you... strain and throw it harder, oftentimes your accuracy is what suffers, and you saw it there on the incompletion.
They'll keep the offense on the field on 4th down already with a 1-possession lead. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Takes a hit as he releases it and just spiked it right into the ground.
And the offense stays aggressive. They try to throw the football and just weren't on the same page. It was an incompletion. He could have done a better job, I think, throwing the ball to his receiver and maybe making it where it's more of a 50-50 ball where he can make a play. Defense gets the big stop.
Snags it quickly on the left. They'll say he goes out of bounds, mark it at the 46.
And I love the idea of getting this guy screen throws because of his ability after the catch. So nice job getting downfield, getting a hat-on-hat, and giving him a tunnel to run through.
Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Looking for a man. It's Warren. Grabbed over the middle. It's Hart. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down.
And that's just a timing route. And if I'm a quarterback and they're going to sit back in zone, when I run those crossers, man, I just wait for that zone window to open up, anticipate it a little bit, chunk that thing, and let my receiver do the rest of the work.
Wants to throw on 1st down. The throw to the outside is complete. They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup spotted at the 25-yard line.
Out routes are very much about timing. It's got to be a quick, decisive movement from the quarterback. As soon as he sticks that foot in the ground, you know he's breaking out. Throw it right now so he can go make you a play. Great pitch, great catch.
In search of that tying touchdown. They've moved the chains a couple of times. It's 1st and 10 again. He's moving out of the pocket. Unleashes one. finds space on the right. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it first and goal at the 6. And they are looking to pull even with a touchdown here in the 4th quarter. Here's a heat. Caught in the backfield, it's Gage. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Trying to barge their way in. Touchdown, Clemson. Great job by the back on the option.
And the offense continues to run the football. The 2nd rushing touchdown from the running back. The offensive line paving holes. Continue to feed this man the ball.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And a little pressure, no problem. The extra point ties the game here in the 4th. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Boise State ready to send out that offense. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. They'll leave it with him. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Wants to go up top. Firing to the right, complete. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the first down.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. He did a nice job of it.
And the Broncos have their offense in high gear. They'll go to the ground. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Whistle blows, clock stops, and there are 2 minutes left to play in this one. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Oh, they're after him. Pucks it out of the air. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down. An open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Probably need to pick up a few yards. From here, it would be a 62-yard attempt. He might want another play. Shotgun snap on third down. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the fourth. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. The Broncos line up to punt it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. He'll take it on the return. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. First play of the drive comes from the 22. To the air, it's Warren. Makes the grab down the middle. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed the rocket. Threw it in there. Great job, great catch.
And this set of downs gets started from the 33, first and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Trying to make magic on the scramble. And the pass is incomplete, but there is a flag down on the play. Let's see what that's about. Remember, if your entire body is past the line of scrimmage when you throw the football, that's a penalty. He was, and the penalty will be accepted. Line getting set on second down. Back to pass. The sure hands, it's Hart. Across the 40 out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that out route.
This Boise State crowd bringing the noise. It's deafening here on third down. They'll try to get the first through the air. Scrambling away. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster.
Great job by the defense there in the back end. Quarterback outside the pocket. He's trying to find something down the field. Everybody is covered, though, and they force him to throw it away, now setting up fourth down late.
Tie game here late in the fourth. They want to control the ball, and they're not going to punt it away. They'll go for it on fourth down. Grab near the marker. It's Hart. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
Man, those plays are frustrating on a defense. You get 3 stops, and you force that fourth down, trying to get off the field, but the offense makes the play, gets the first down. It's almost like you got to kind of recalibrate, refocus. Forget that one. Let's do it again.
Now adjusting. Got out of trouble and throws. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the mistiming.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
To throw, it's Warren. He'll take a deep shot here. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Well, you know the defense felt freaked out on that one. Here in the fourth quarter, and you're lined up against one of the fastest players in all of college football. And they're taking a shot up top. You just hold on tight and hope for the best. And that time, they were able to force an incompletion.
Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath.
Man, this quarterback is going to have to be deadly accurate here in this 2-minute situation, right? That's really what he's had to be all game long. He hasn't had a lot of yards because the coverage has just been so tight. He's had to be pinpoint perfect. It's been hard just to find completions, no doubt. That's going to be the same thing here in this 2-minute drive.
It's complete on the right side. He gets across the 20 and finally out of bounds at the 19. They're in the red zone.
At the 20.
You blitz me, I'm getting the ball out of my hands. Really good job understanding that by the offensive coordinator, this quarterback, seeing the blitz, getting the ball to a playmaker, letting him do some damage. And more importantly, I don't have to throw it way down the field. Just get the first down.
On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there. They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play. The defense going to stop the clock with the timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. And it looks as if they're going to try a field goal. Splits the uprights right down the middle. Celebration erupts on the sideline as they take the lead in the final seconds. That late clutch field goal puts them on top. They can almost taste victory if they can keep them from scoring to tie or win the game. He'll bring it back from inside the 15. No more room to run. They make the tackle right there, and the clock is at 0, and that's how this one will end.